Hey, Cubicle Country, Jessica Canty here, your life and career strategist. I have a passion for helping millennial and millennial moms who want high achieving careers. I'm so excited because it's Tuesday. And on Tuesdays, we take a pause in our day. We stop and think about what's making us concerned about our career. We think about what more do we want from our career. We strategize on how to get that promotion. We talk about how to get a raise. Hey there, welcome. We talk about what's getting in the way of our career success. And so since it's Tuesday and on Tuesdays at 10:30, we chit chat. We have our careers and coffee chat. If we were in our cubicles, we would snuggle up with a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, a bottle of water, and talk about our careers. So let's get into it. Today's topic is going to be how to take control of your career. That's some good stuff right there. How to take control of your career. Now, before we get into it, I want to make sure I make a couple of announcements. Announcement number one, the conversation doesn't start here and it surely doesn't stop here. Head over to Facebook and join our exclusive Facebook group called Cubicle Country. I'm so excited about this particular week because I have announced something in the group that you have to be in the group to get in on. My team and I are brewing something up to make sure that you achieve your career goals in a fast-paced way that's going to have long-lasting results. So you got to head over to my Facebook group, Cubicle Country, to make sure that you get in on the ground level. Because ground level means discounts. Ground level means getting it catered to your needs. Ground level means making sure your voice is heard. So that's the first announcement. Announcement number two is Work Journal is still for sale. If you are struggling with your New Year's resolutions, if you're coming up on March and you're trying to figure out, oh my goodness, have I accomplished anything? If we're ending the first quarter, I want you to head into the next quarter strong. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to go click the link in my bio and order your copy of Work Journal, a place to record how awesome you are. Okay, so let's get into this. We're going to talk a little bit about how to take control of your career. Now, the reason why I chose this subject is because over and over again, I hear people complaining about their career. They don't like their salary. Their boss gets on their nerves. Their coworkers are backbiting and cliquish. Even the commute from the pillow to the computer is annoying. You feel like everybody else's workload is heavier than yours and you're not getting compensated for your value. You are tired of training your replacement. I am too. I'm tired and I'm so upset that is the situation with your career. And so I really wanted to talk about how I can help you take control of your career. Because here's the truth. First, I'm going to tell you the myth that a lot of people believe in, and I'm going to tell you the truth. A lot of people believe the myth that your boss is responsible for your career success. That your boss is going to let you know you're up for a promotion. That your boss is going to let you know you're ready for a raise. That your boss is going to make sure that you get all the training you need to ensure that you have longevity in that company. That's a myth. That's not your boss's job. Now, you may have a stellar supervisor, wonderful management that's going to ask you, what's the next career move for you? How can I support you in it? But guess what? That's them going above and beyond. That's not their job. Their job is to manage you in your current role. Their job is to make sure you're doing your responsibilities where you currently are. They probably don't even really pay attention to your paycheck because HR is taking care of that. So the truth is, the only person in charge of your career success, the only person responsible, the only person that's going to have your back is you, sis, is you. So what are you doing today to ensure that you have the tools to advocate for yourself? What are you doing today to make sure you have the language to go in there and negotiate like a boss the promotion that's been long overdue? You needed that promotion 5 years ago. What are you going to do to make sure that even in a recession, you get the raise that you earned, the raise that you deserved? Because companies are going to continue to profit. There are some companies that are suffering because of the pandemic, and I'm so sorry that you're experiencing that. I'm a small business owner. I know the effect of the pandemic on my business. However, there are certain companies that are still thriving. They're still making money. Certain companies are actually making more money in light of the pandemic. So don't buy the belief that you can't get hired, that you can't get a raise, that you can't get promoted, because I just helped my clients. In less than a month of working with her, she got an interview, got hired, earned a promotion and a raise, all four within less than 4 weeks. So yes, companies are still giving promotions. Yes, companies are still giving raises. Yes, you can walk into your dream career. But the question is, what are you going to do today about that? What are you going to do today to take control of your career? Well, first of all, if you purchase Work Journal, a place to record how awesome you are, that is the very first step to taking control of your career. It's your career management system. It lets you know to track your progress. Between Work Journal, a place to record how awesome you are, and its accompanying downloadables, you have the resources that are readily available for you to treat your career like the business that it is. Like the business that it is. So I love applying business concepts to careers. One of the things that companies do is that they forecast, is that they establish the goals in the very beginning of every quarter, every fiscal year to say, this is how the money will be used. This is how our energy will be used. This is how the resources will be used. You have to do the exact same thing. We're still in the first quarter of the year. Have you already made a determination as to what's going to happen for you in the next quarter? Do you know how you want to end out this fiscal year? If you don't, I want to make sure you know that there is hope for you, sis. And that is in Work Journal, place to record how awesome you are. So one of the things I do with my clients in the very beginning of working with them is I help them to determine what their goal is. What is it that you're going to pursue? Because this really helps them to avoid choosing jobs that make them miserable. You know, I worked with a client before, and she said to me, Jessica, I'm just exhausted. I'm tired of working in this field. I'm tired of thinking, oh, this job is going to be better than the last job, and then getting on it in a few weeks, hating the job. Or thinking, okay, this salary is great, Jessica. And she literally said, this salary is good, but I hate my job. I absolutely hate it. And so many people keep choosing distractions disguised as opportunities. Distractions disguised as opportunities. And so I want to make sure that my clients and the members of Cubicle Country, all those melanin millennial moms out there pursuing high achieving careers, I developed the ideal jobs description, your ideal career's job description. Because a lot of times we are really thinking about what HR has written in the job description. They're really meticulous. That's their job. They're going to write down what they expect from you. But it's your job to write down what you expect from them. HR is going to do their excellent work that they do. I have good friends in HR. I have HR experience. Even in my current role, I take part in the HR onboarding system, or, determining whether or not a potential candidate gets hired. I understand it. They have to be very, very clear in their job description. So you have to treat your career like the business that it is and act like an HR representative. Be your own HR representative and create your own ideal job description. Why is this helpful? It's helpful in a couple of ways, but I'm gonna highlight just 3 main ways. You're not going to choose a job out of desperation. You're going to be very clear on what your purpose is. You're not going to have something that makes it look like, oh, this looks shiny and glittery, and go and find out it's cubic zirconium or it's gold plated. Because you're going to be very, very clear that you're operating in your purpose. Number 2 is you're going to be very, very clear when you sign a contract that this is the right move for you. A lot of people are like, it's a pandemic. Let me choose a job. I don't know if I'm really like it, but because, the unemployment rate is so high and people are really trying to look for a steady employment, so I'm just going to take this job. So I don't really know if I'm confident about this. But if you write it out and you map out exactly what you want from a career, you can accept the job with confidence. You can negotiate a salary with confidence because you already know this is what my mission is. This is what my values are. This is the place. This is what I bring to the job. So this is the salary I deserve. So I just want to kind of show you all really quickly what that looks like so you can see. This is the ideal career's job description. So what I do with my clients is I help them to identify what profession they want to work in. What industry do you really want to work in? What title, seniority level do you want? Do you want to be the boss? Do you want to be the project lead? Do you want to have CEO behind your name? What type of ideal job do you really want? Do you want to be an employee or an entrepreneur? Do you want to be a boss or do you want to have a boss? This is 4 pages, so this is extensive. This is why my one-on-one clients and this is what we do in the very beginning when we start working with each other, so I can support them and always sticking to their mission. What salary and benefits do you want? What benefits do you need? Some of us need, maybe you need flexible spending accounts. Maybe you need FMLA. Maybe you need additional benefits like having a gym at work or like having transportation assistance. Where do you want to work? The last 2 years has really taught us we can work anywhere, but where do you really want to work? What job functions do you want? What responsibilities would you like to have? What type of leadership do you flourish under? What leadership just gets on your nerves? Do you like an authoritarian boss, or do you like a more laissez-faire boss? You need to know this so that when you are working with people, you know exactly what type of leadership you want to work under. You can ask that in an interview. What leadership style would you say that you have? So you know whether or not you want to say yes or no to that job. What type of employment do you want? What hours do you want to work? Are you an early bird, or are you a night owl? Would you prefer to have a non-traditional schedule? Would you prefer to make your own schedule? When we're thinking about what hours do you not want to work? What time do you want to spend with your family? What lifestyle do you want? Do you want to work full-time or part-time? What's your guiding compass? What are your top 3 values? What is it that we're not willing to compromise? And once you developed all of this, you can be very clear about your vision and mission statement. What are your skills uniquely designed to create? What solutions are you uniquely designed to create for companies? So that's a behind the scenes of exactly what I work with my one-on-one coaching clients. We go through these 4 pages of assessments because I want to be clear before I write your resume, before I, take you to an interview prep, before I make sure that your career branding, digital brand is up to par. I've got to know what your goals are. If you do this and you're very intentional about this particular exercise, you'll know what to put on your landing page. You'll know what to put on your resume. You'll know what to put on your LinkedIn. You'll know what to put on in the networking calls and networking spaces you're in. Because listen, no resume writer, no interview preparer worth their weight or worth the cost you're going to pay them is going to do your resume blindly. If they just take your resume and they don't talk to you, and they're not clear on what jobs you want, they're not clear on what positions you want to apply for, run. Save your money. If an interview preparer says, oh, you know what? I'll just, I'll give some talking points based on your resume. Run. If they are not clear on how to take you through your ideal job description, they're setting you up for miserable. They're setting you up for being frustrated. All right, Cubicle Country, I want you to go out there and be great. And ask yourself today, what do I really want from my job? Give yourself some time to visualize, what do I want? What is truly my dream career? Go out and be excellent, Cubicle Country. I love you.